came to LaGrange in June of 2019, and I was appointed actually by the Bishop of the North Georgia Conference to come and serve here at First United Methodist Church. It has been just so wonderful to get to experience this town, experience this congregation, these people, and to be a part of the story. I was actually born in Georgia and then grew up in the Birmingham, Alabama area. We moved to Georgia again when I was going into 9th grade. I chased a girl into the United Methodist Church youth group. The girl didn't stick around, but the church did, and so I began to really get involved in the church at that point in my life throughout high school and was challenged by a youth minister like I'd never been challenged before, and then went off to the University of Georgia. Go Dogs. And I had grand plans to be a doctor. I really wanted to be a pediatrician, and so I was biology pre-med. I met my wonderful wife, Sammy, there, and we began dating. Toward the end of sophomore year, I began to feel just this holy discontentment. That's the only way I can really describe it. Everything was going fine, but I just wasn't really happy with the way that my path was leading. Through a long series of prayers and conversations with loved ones, it seemed like everything was pointing me to ministry. From there, within 3 months, God just kept opening doors, and I had my first position as a youth minister at Washington First United Methodist Church in Washington, Georgia. In the span of a month, we moved, graduated, got married, moved into our first house together, and I began working full-time for the first time. And so that was quite the experience. I actually ended up driving a school bus as well to help support us during that time, which was a lovely experience. It was wonderful to get to know the stories of the kids, but man, having your back to 30 kids for 4 hours a day while driving a giant machine is not the most preferable. I have so much respect for school bus drivers, but probably wouldn't do it again. We moved again, which is not uncommon in the Methodist Church, and I received my first appointment at Pleasant Valley United Methodist Church in Monroe, Georgia. After 3 years of serving and really learning a whole lot, I was commissioned as a provisional elder in the United Methodist Church and sent to LaGrange to be the associate minister here at First United Methodist. The joy of getting to see people live for something that's larger than themselves is something that I just can't fully put into words. Being able to be invited to be a part of people's stories, to be a part of the most intimate moments of their life, to be there in the highest of highs and the lowest of lows is an extreme privilege and something that I don't take for granted. So I am an extremely obnoxious Georgia Bulldog fan and a member of the LaGrange Bulldog Club. I've already said it once, but I'll say it again, go Dogs. We have season tickets to UGA football and get back for as many games as we can. Obviously that's difficult being so far away and being obligated early on Sunday mornings, but we make every effort and plan our lives around Saturdays in the fall. So that's definitely a big passion. Really, I'm just a huge sports fan. I love following the Braves. I love to play sports as well. Golf is my first love as far as sports. It's therapy to me because when you get out on the golf course, when you're so focused on what you're doing in the sport, everything else just kind of fades away, and there's something super peaceful about that. I have not talked near enough about my wonderful wife, I know, and she will probably be watching this, and really, meeting her and her being along this journey with me. She is a registered nurse at Piedmont Midtown in Columbus. It's a privilege to get to walk through life with her and and she does so much more for me than I could ever describe. We have a lot of great times together. My favorite hobby beyond sports and greater than sports, even though I love talking about sports more probably, is spending time with her and spending time with our miniature dachshund Copper, who really runs the household and about has us trained after 6 years now. I think what's most special about this congregation, it is the most community-minded congregation that I've ever served or been a part of. There's so much offered to people in need in our community, just so much involvement with what's going on in the community, from soup kitchen to Meals on Wheels to community care to outreach events. We are entwined with the community, and I really hope that we're viewed as a church for the community. And I see the love that people who sit in these pews each Sunday have for people in the community. I'm Ben Wills, and I'm the story of LaGrange.